Here we are in the graveyard of Gladsmuir Parish Church, and this may seem a strange place to be speaking about the path of renewal, but actually, looking at an old relic of a church behind me and the headstones that are there, it's quite clear that the church always has to be on a pathway, on a road to something new. I'm reminded of the book by Brian McLaren, We Make the Road by Walking. If the church stays where it's always been, there'll be no road. But if we set out in faith on a path of renewal, then we do indeed make the road by walking.
The path of renewal is encouraging us to compare ourselves against the people of the way. New Testament folks who were clearly very exciting, challenging, energetic, and the question really is, to what extent is the 21st century church as we have today measured up against the people of the way?
It encourages us to be pilgrims in a sense, looking for where God is, but not saying he's over there, let's go and find him. Rather, it's encouraging us to start from here, to look at here and to see what God is doing in this place and to follow where he calls us.
It encourages us also not to try and follow the same paths of the past, but to forage a new way for a new generation in a new setting.
It's not just buildings that make us static, it's our minds too. And I think sometimes we get used to doing things a certain way, and after a while we don't ask questions of that. The path of renewal, I think, is about encouraging us to ask questions and to ask how can we be more faithful as people of the way together.
What's particularly exciting about the path of renewal is that it offers us all sorts of opportunities. Opportunities as ministers, as office bearers, as members, and as people within the parishes of our church. We're able to look at new ways of being the church, and in particular, ways of moving from being members to being disciples of Jesus, following along his way, being taught by him.
It's been really exciting right from the beginning, right from the process of selecting churches to be part of it, to now moving into the point where they're putting together small groups to do some experimenting and moving forward.
You can feel as though you're perhaps a mile wide and just an inch deep. Path of Renewal allows me to explore that which I've really felt called to right from the beginning, which is to be missional and to be outgoing and teaching and encouraging. And Path of Renewal gives me, in a sense, a bit of a license and support and encouragement to do just that.
I think, when I get to my retirement, I don't want to have a tally of how many funerals I've done or how many times I've been through the lectionary or whatever. I want to laugh into my older age. I want to smile at stories of faith dared and risks taken, and of all the people who never thought to bring their light to the door of the church, who found faith because we were willing to be with them where they were.
The biggest challenge, I think, is trying to explain to people outside of the path of renewal what it is. Is it a process? Is it a project? Well, it's kind of neither of those, but the opportunity to give people the freedom to experiment, to try things out, and all in their own local context is wonderful, but it's a big challenge.
The challenge is to do what Jesus did. To be like him, to be with people, to share what God is, who God is, the love that he has. And this path kind of helps you overcome that, because actually it's allowing me to free myself from the expectations that people have of me as the minister. This is allowing me to remember my calling and to rediscover it again for myself.
Some people like to reach their destination, but for me, the joy is very much in the journey. And the path of renewal gives us all sorts of opportunities to journey together in faith, working with other people, seeing what other congregations are doing, and learning together.